Hello, today we're talking about adding and subtracting fractions. In these two examples, we're going to look at how do we add and subtract fractions with different denominators, so when we don't have a common denominator already. So, first example, we have 2/5 plus 3/7. So you can see, right, we do not have a common denominator yet. So our first step is to figure out what's our least common denominator. What's the smallest number that 5 and 7 can both go into evenly? So a good strategy would be to use your multiplication chart to help you find factors of 7 and factors of 5. So if we want, we can list them all off, right? Or once we've done these more often, sometimes you can just see which number goes into 5, or which number 7 and 5 can go into. But I'm going to start by listing them off. So we'll start with 5, 10, 15, 20. Now, before we go too much further, let's list some 7s and see if we've found anything yet. So we got 7, 14, 21, 28. So nothing yet, right? So we got to keep going. So then we'll list some more. 35, 42. Now let's list some more 5s. 20, 25, 30, 35. Oh, sweet. There's a pair, right? We have 35 in both our lists. So I'm going to rewrite my two fractions. And then I'm going to put little boxes. These are all the pieces we need to fill in. Every single piece is going to change when we change our denominator. So we want two denominators of 35. So I go back to my original problem, and I look at our first fraction. So I know we want 5 to become 35. So I say 5 times what number equals 35? It's going to be 5 times 7. So we're going to multiply both those times 7. 5 times 7 on the bottom gave us 35. 2 times 7 gives us 14 on the top. Then we do the same thing for our second fraction. So we got 3 and 7. So 7 trying to become 35. 7 times 5 equals 35, so that means I have to multiply the top also by 5. So 3 times 5 is going to give me 15 up here on the top. So now all I've done so far is rewrite my problem so that I have common denominators. So I've created two equivalent fractions. So 2/5 is the same value as 14 35ths. 3/7 is the same value as 15 35ths, right? Now that we have the same denominator, we can just add those up. So we're going to add our numerators, 14 and 15, to get a top number, a numerator of 29, and we're going to keep our denominator the same, 35. So if we had something and we split it into 35 pieces, we had 14 of them, and then we had 15 of them. Together we have 29 of them. So 29 over 35. All right, another example. So question number 2, we have 7/10 minus 2/15. So step 1, what's our common denominator going to be? So we need to find a number that 10 and 15 can go into evenly. So again, right, we'll start by listing off some factors. So we got 10, 20, 30, 40, and then let's do some 15s. We have 15, 30, 45. Oh, and I notice, sweet, they have 30 in common. So now, back up to my problem. I'm going to rewrite my problem, get it all set up, boxes for each number I need to put in. And then we head back right here, and we know we're trying to get a common denominator of 30. So I'm going to fill in my denominators of 30. And what do I need to multiply my fraction by? So 10 times 3 equals 30. So I multiply these both by 3. 7 times 3 gives me 21 on top. So you can see, right, this stuff all became this fraction here. Now we're going to do the same thing for our second fraction. So we got 15 and 2, right? So 15 times 2 gives us 30. So I'm multiplying these both by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So then again, you can see this whole fraction we converted to our second one here. Now that we've got our common denominators, we can just do the subtraction. So we do 21 minus 4 to give us an answer of 17 on top and 30 on the bottom. Remember, denominator stays the same once you get that common denominator. All right, good luck.